who is Gajendra. Gajendra one time got struck with the crocodile. Crocodile catches the leg of Gajendra because in water, crocodile is having more strength. If it would have been in the land, it would have been made chutney. Then Gajendra tried to tolerate for around 1000 years. Suddenly some sloka comes out of his mind. Ma adruk prapanna pashupachana lochanaya. She's worried. Where come I'm getting the sloka? Sometime in the previous birth, he recited one sloka. That obviously came after 1000 years. So that's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Swalpam appi asya dharmasya trayato mahato bayat. Even a small, minute quantity of devotional service never goes into waste. Because it's eternal. Devotional service is eternal. It's not material, where it gets lost during the course of time. Krishna is time. But he'll protect the devotional service or the devotional things which we are doing in this material world, because it's eternal. Okay. So I was asked to speak something about Vidhura. Okay. How to do it? I don't know. To the second screen. Display. What should I do? HDMI? Another HDMI? It's screen mirror. If it's screen mirror, no need of cable. If you want to do screen mirroring, I should connect on Wi-Fi. But it will come. Don't worry. Okay, I'll do one thing. Can your phone has connection to it? I'll just give small PPT. I will my phone. I will share you the PPT. Just cast it there. Oh, it's not coming. I don't know. Screencast. External display.
Is it HDMI 1 here? Yeah. It's saying it's on flight mode. Yeah.
Hare no. I don't know how it came up. Okay. See, basically, how a devotee progress towards bhakti. For example, I am explaining you something. Can I progress in bhakti? You should understand one thing. It's not with my practice I can progress in bhakti. It's not with my efforts I can progress in bhakti. Then how can I progress in bhakti? If Krishna wishes, I will progress in bhakti. Then seeing my efforts, Krishna blesses. Then a person progresses in bhakti. So the post of a speaker is, so important, where if I'm able to convince you, Krishna increases my conviction towards God. If I confuse you, Krishna confuses about my devotional service. I myself will be in a confused state. So it's up to Krishna, how a speaker is going to explain the things based on which it multiplies and he reciprocates and blesses the speaker. And if a speaker confuses or instills a fear in the audience, his devotional service will be very fearful. So I'll make it very simple. I don't want to confuse you. And I don't want to get into confusion multiplied by many times. So let's keep it simple. So Vidhura, first of all, what you know about Vidhura? Who is Vidhura?
Brother of Dhritarashtra.
Wonderful. Brother of Dhritarashtra. why he is actually the prime minister of at that time? Why he came out of that kingdom?
Why he left the kingdom?
He left the kingdom.
He was to leave.
Yes, wonderful. And not normally he was asked to leave. That Duryodhana gives a warning like, who asked this wretched person who is the son of a maid servant, who is the son of a Shudra, who got a guts to talk in front of us. For the service you did us all these years, we just will leave you with a life. Get lost. So Vidhura would have just kept his own party. Right? He's capable of that. Okay, Vidhura is enlightened enough. On the neighboring house, there is Krishna, along with Pandavas. He would have directly gone to Krishna. He would have directly went and taken the shelter of Krishna. Why he did not go? Because Mahabharata war is not yet started at that time. Krishna was still with the Pandavas. And they were just staying in Hastinapur, in some other building. If you want to achieve the lotus feet of Krishna, just he would have walked to the other building and would have taken shelter of Krishna. Why he did not go? Because he thought himself that I'm not capable enough now to go to Krishna. I need to gain proper knowledge, after which I can properly understand Krishna and I can go to him. That gives us an importance on how much knowing a philosophy or reading a scriptures is important in our life. People have a doubt. After reading, what will you do? Service. That's what Narada Muni told. Just after I did service to the holy sages in my previous birth, I got benedicted or I got empowered as Narada Muni. That's okay. But you should understand the scriptures properly. 1.5.32, Narada says, see, the only way to get rid of all the material miseries is to hear the glories of the Lord, to hear Harikatha, which also instills in a person a proper attitude to serve, or else it creates havoc. Without properly understanding the scriptures, if you just directly run to the service, it creates havoc. You can do it, but you'll not have a proper mood to do it. We'll see how that works. One of the shloka directly, Maitreya tells that. So Vidhura thinks like, okay, I can directly approach Krishna, but instead I need to understand some philosophy. Then I can properly approach Krishna. That's the way. So he come out of the kingdom and he'll be walking near the Yamuna river. He sees Uddhava. Who is Uddhava? Excellent. Cousin of Krishna. When Krishna is about to leave this material world, only one person was staying with Krishna before he left. That is Uddhava. So Krishna speaks all the philosophy to Uddhava. Then Vidhura asks about the whereabouts of Krishna and his dynasty, Yaduvamsha, how his family is. Uddhava goes to a trance for one muhurta, means 48 minutes. Because he's overwhelmed. That's how devotees are. Just if you just ask them to somehow say about Krishna, they'll go in trance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, many times just seeing the Jagannath in Puri, he used to go to trance. Even before starting of Srimad Ramayana, Narada Muni being asked by Valmiki Maharshi, like, who is the glorious person whom I can worship, who's imbibed with all the qualities of dharma, artha, kama, everything. Then Narada Muni goes to trance. He would have directly say the answer like it's Rama. But once you get an idea like about whom I am going to speak, it's Rama, he goes into trance. That's the quality of a devotee. So immediately being asked about to tell about the glories of Krishna, Vidhura goes to trance. Uddhava goes to trance. So if you see the sequence of shlokas, he doesn't explain it sequentially like starting from the elders to the youngers, not like that. Because he's in trance. He explains about, first he says about the wives, he says about the sons, about the grandfathers, everything here and there, because he's in trance. Even if you see the series of Bhagavatam, it will not be sequential. Even first canto, like we get to the pastimes of Kunti, we get about the birth of Parikshit, we get about the pastimes of Bhishma. because the speaker Sutta Goswami, whenever they ask something, he used to go to trance. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam has to be properly studied from first to last. That's how Gautam Maharshi advises Ambarish Maharaj. You should not play with Srimad Bhagavatam, just opening randomly and studying here and there. It's not fault, but you can't understand. You can't take the full benefit of it. Getting an opportunity to read Srimad Bhagavatam for a person, they get after millions of births. Not easy. Because Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna. That's how when he is about to leave this earthly planet, he says to Uddhava. Uddhava says, see, it's a Dwapar Yuga. In this Dwapar Yuga, the situation is so worst. And the coming Yuga is Kali Yuga. Situation is much more worst. And you are living at that time. What will be the fate of the citizens of Kali Yuga? No, Uddhava, I am not going to live anywhere. I am going to stay in this Kali Yuga in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. He took the Grantha avatar in Kali Yuga. So Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna. There is a temple, Radha Shyam Prabhu says, where there is no deities. There is only Srimad Bhagavatam. They worship Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna. When Mahatma Das Maharaj came, I asked him a question. Generally, people carry deities while they are traveling. Deities, small deities. So we go to like everywhere. We don't properly take care. How should we then try to carry the deities? He simply gave an answer. Carry Srimad Bhagavatam. That's Krishna. And so, okay. Then Vidhura asks a question. Please explain the philosophy what you heard from Krishna. Then he says, see, you are elder to me. You are like my father. I can't. It's Maryada Vyatikrama to now becoming your guru and explaining the things. It's not like the age is the quality. But Uddhava has much more bigger things to do. He will be asked by Krishna to go to Badrikashrama and explain the philosophy which Krishna taught to the sages of Badrikashrama. So instead, Uddhava advises Vidhura to go to Maitreya. Go to Maitreya. He is of your fatherly age. He can explain you the things better. Now, if Krishna is told some philosophy which Uddhava listened, and if Vidhura is asking to explain that philosophy, he is sending him to Maitreya. How did Maitreya know that philosophy? Krishna told to Uddhava, Vidhura want to know that philosophy, and he is directing him to Maitreya. You understood?
Yeah, so Vidhura directed Uddhava to Maitreya.
Uddhava directed Vidhura to Maitreya. Yeah. Then how Maitreya know that philosophy? Each and every single line which Krishna told to Uddhava, Maitreya knows. That's how you should read Srimad Bhagavatam sequentially. I'm not trying to discourage. I'm helping you to take a full benefit out of it. Okay? Because when Krishna was explaining that philosophy to Uddhava, Maitreya was also there. Krishna focused on Uddhava and explained him all the tattva, philosophy, everything. Maitreya was just an audience listening every single word, every single sentence which Krishna was explaining to Uddhava. So Maitreya was the audience. And Maitreya, after listening to all that philosophy, he also got elevated. And now he was guided to go to Maitreya. So Vidhura starts going to Maitreya and he found him near Haridwar, near the bank of Ganga. That's how the conversation starts between Vidhura and Maitreya. So see, philosophy has to be, it's very important. Philosophy has to be understood in a disciplic paramparya. Okay? How is Maitreya connected to our paramparya? Does Maitreya belong to Brahma Madhya Gaudiya paramparya? Whose devotee does Maitreya is? Whose disciple does Maitreya is? Maitreya is the disciple of Parasara Muni, who is the father of Vyasadeva. Parasara Muni. See, if the first Srimad Bhagavatam class I had this in 2002 with the Revati Raman Prabhu in Tirupati. Whichever class he tells about some South Indian example. Like how Anantalvar did his pastimes in Tirupati, how did Ramanujacharya went to Tirupati and established the Agama Shastra and how all the worship should happen, everything. Every lecture he takes, he touches some South Indian philosophy, which is mostly from the Paramparya of Srimad Bhagavad Ramanujacharya. So, this is how all the Paramparyas at last connect to Krishna. Similarly, here, you know, who is Adishesha? Sankarsana? He is in the nether worlds, in the down of all the worlds. There will be 1,000 hooded snake, who is Adishesha. You know, 4 Kumaras, sons of Brahma, goes to Adishesha. Adishesha, Sankarsana, explains all the philosophy to 4 Kumaras. And the elder of him, Sanatana. Then I'll show you the chart. Because generally I don't prepare any notes. I just take some picture. It's not coming. How to drag it? How to drag? Keep screen replication. I use Mac, but I only know copy paste. I don't have time to explore it. Neither I'm interested to do it. So sorry. No. Okay. Yes, technology should be updated. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll make sure you understand. Okay. So who went to?
Maybe you can show the color.
Yeah, it's very small. I just. It's weird. It's show this. It's like. Okay. 4 Kumaras, sons of Brahma, goes to Sankarsana, who is Balaram, who is Adishesha. So Adishesha explains all the philosophy to 4 Kumaras. And the elder among them, Sanat Kumara, explains that philosophy to Sankyayana Muni. That Sankyayana Muni explains it to Parashara and Brahaspati. And from them Maitreya learns. All this comes in Kumara Sampradaya. So Maitreya came in Kumara Sampradaya, got the knowledge from Parasara and Brahaspati. Now he's explaining it to Vidhura, right? So whatever it may be the Paramparya, you should explain or, learn from the proper disciplic succession. Okay, that's what I meant to say. And it would be really nice if I can cast it.
Command F1.
Command F1. I don't have F1 here. Okay, wait. Let me. No, I see the screen there. Okay. Where is the PPT?
Can go to the display and brightness.
Display brightness.
I think it came there.
No, I just went in. Display brightness, okay.
Mirror you exactly.
Mirror. Where?
Display brightness.
For your information, it's not MacBook. It's just iPad.
The kṛṣhṇa Prabhu, you can see.
Hmm? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
No, you can full screen that.
Yeah, you can.
On the bottom,
How to maximize it?
Last one, last option. Last option.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then you can maybe pull it.
no. Wait, just give me a minute. I'll do something. It's okay. What we can do? That's all. If it is there, there. Not there, not there. Okay, don't worry. I'll try to explain it.
It was actually good, even if it was small.
Mhm. Wait.
Haribo.
Okay. But I need to see here and do it. It's okay. I'll do it. It's okay. Okay, see. Now, Vidhura asks questions to Maitreya. Okay, this is very important. You know, in Srimad Bhagavatam, how many times we get this context of asking a questions? Can you tell me 3 or 4 examples who asked questions? Parikshit Maharaj asked questions to Sukadeva Goswami.
Sages and the Naimisharanyas to
Sages of Naimisaranya asked questions to Suta Goswami. Okay, Vidhura asking questions to Maitreya. In second canto, we see Narada asking questions to Brahma. And even in the first canto, we see Yudhishthira asking questions to Narada. So this is the process. We should ask questions, but to a bona fide person. Because a person who just hesitates and don't ask question remains fool forever. If a person put his doubt in front, might be remain fool for some time, but his doubts will be cleared. You know how beautifully if you see. Yes, please. You know, in second canto, 5th chapter, first 5 slokas, Narada Muni asks questions to Brahma. How simple language, with how simple language he asks the questions is, my dear father, Brahma, you had created all these big universes, and I thought you are the supreme person. I one time saw you doing some tapasya, doing some penances, doing some meditation. Is it you who is not the supreme person? Is some other supreme person who is the boss for you? I want to understand who that supreme person is. You should ask. Is it mean Narada don't know anything? Why did he ask? So Srimad Bhagavatam is beautifully motivated and compiled in a way where it brings out each and every philosophy in every part of the chapter. So Narada was motivated to ask those questions. Even when in the pastime of Ajamila, when Ajamila was about to die, because he did all the sins, all life he did sins. Sometime he did devotional service when he was young. After that, he just went to with prostitutes, drank. He became like did all the false things. Then, excellent. Okay. Yeah. What should you set?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you, Pratik.
Hare Krishna. From Krishna Prabhu ki jai.
So at that time, you know, Yamadutas first time they got a counter attack. Counter attack in the sense, when they do the Temapasha, there is no power in the entire 3 creations which can oppose that. But he chanted Narayana, he chanted for his son's sake. But who came? Narayana listened and sent his dutas, Vishnu dutas. Then there will be a lot of discussion. Then they goes and ask the same question to Yamadharma Raja. My boss, I thought you are the superior. In the nether of the three worlds, I thought there is no opposing force which can obstruct or stop our Yamapasha. But I see there is some beautiful personality on whom our power is literally useless. Then comes in the 6th canto, around 3rd chapter. Yamadharma Raja beautifully explains the philosophy. See, I am not the boss. I am a servant. I have a boss, Krishna. So, by mistake, you enter into their arena. Remember, whoever lets chant the glories of holy name, don't enter even into their streets. Yamadharma Raja says that to Yamabatus. So that's how question comes. You should ask, and the answers makes the lives of the hearer auspicious. Remember, it might be simple questions, but the answers we get from the speakers will change. The information they get from the speaker will transform the audience. So ask whichever. Now let's do an example, an exercise. We are in 3rd canto, 7th chapter. From 1st canto, 1st chapter to 3rd canto, 7th chapter. After this class, I will give you 20 minutes. Ask any question. Just say that shloka and ask any question. The beauty of Bhagavatam is, if you see the Rasagulla, any side you bite it, you will get that sweetness. So every shloka, there will be something which we will be able to learn. So any shloka, just randomly tell the shloka, or randomly choose. If you do not understand, I have a PDF, I'll just open it and I'll connect with you. Okay? So that's the beauty of Bhagavatam. Okay, so Vidhura asks questions in a pleasing manner. You should ask. Next, how is the self-satisfied Lord connected with material modes? How is the self-satisfied Lord connected with material modes? See, someone says, भगवान भी कर्मा को बचा नहीं सकता है, भगवान भी जब इधर आया है वो तो सफर होना ही पड़ता है. Even Lord comes here, he has to suffer. Vidhura is asking, is that true? Is that true, my Lord? Maitreya, people say that material nature is full of miseries. When Lord comes in this material creation, did he need to suffer? I'll open the shlokas. See, addressing Vyasadeva, son of... What is this? It's Canto 1. It's about my morning class, sorry. Yeah. See, he's asking, oh Vidhura. Vidhura said, oh great Brahmana, since the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a complete spiritual whole and unchangeable, how is he connected with the material modes of nature? Is it true that when he comes to the material world, he is also contaminated, or he is also bound by the material laws? Is it true? That's how Srila Prabhupada always says an example. When a president of a country goes to the prison house for a visit, the prisoners inside the prison thinks that president ko bhi andar dal diya. You don't know that he came to visit, and if someone is really exhibiting a true nature, he tried to help them and get out of the prison. So this is the same analogy it applies to the Lord. He did not come to suffer like us. He came to get us out of this material miseries. Now you told a shloka, right? Yada yada dharmasa glanir bhavati bharata. If you see the purport of it, the last, before 3rd line, Srila Prabhupada writes, Lord comes to this material world to invoke Kṛṣhṇa consciousness among the devotees. So the main purpose of the Lord coming to this material world is not punishment or not anything, to transform the lives of the devotees. In that question, not only lives of the devotees, the lives of everyone, and take them back home, back to Godhead. Because if we say, even in the 3rd canto, 2nd chapter, Krishna says that Uddhava explains, after all the massacre where 64 crores of the enemies in the battlefield of Kurukshetra died, Krishna was not happy. Because they are also their sons, right? Isn't it Dhritarashtra not Krishna's son? So there is no question of punishment. It might be for Lord or the devotees. It's only a question of transformation. He punishes, which we feel like punishing, but it's not a punishment. It is transformation. He's trying to transform them by giving a lit of, samajh payega thoda dukkha deya to. Okay. So this is the question. Next question he asks. See, very nice question. Kridayam udhyamoravasya kamas chikirtosho nyatah swatas triptasya chakantam nivrattasya tadanyatah. See, kids have an inclination to go out and play because they're interested. They have an interest to go out and play. So they're going out and playing. What interest does God have to create all these material worlds? Boys are enthusiastic to play with other boys, but Lord also is interested in those things. I thought Lord is self-satisfied. If Lord is self-satisfied, why did he create all the material universes? Why he created all these like huge material energy? Next question he asks. Ashrakshit Bhagavan Vishwam Gunamayatma Mayaya Taya Samstapayatyetat Bhuyah Pratyapidhashyati. I constructed a huge house. I invited everyone, did Goapresha, everything. After some days, I'm dismantling it. Can I really do it? Huge Italian marble, like Italian marble, American furniture, Dutch souvenirs. Can I dismantle it? Then how is it like Lord is able to dismantle all the material universes? How he created a huge universes? How is he able to dismantle it? That's why Lord is just created. Okay. Are Baba dismantling? Okay. That's how Lord is. Next question he is asking. Deshatah kalato yashau avastitah swatonyatah aviluktavo dhatma so yujyeta jaya katam. See, now first shloka, second shloka, third shloka, fourth shloka, what with about whom did Vidhura ask? About the Lord. Who is Lord? Ishvara. That is Ishvara Tattva. Now he is asking the questions about soul. Who is Jiva? That is the Jiva Tattva. So he is asking the question. Maitreya, see, I went to America. I remember that I came from Netherlands. There will be an idea in me that I need to go back to Netherlands, right? So you all came here. You have some remembrance to go back to home, right? Or you will forget and stay here. Then how is it, Maitreya, that a soul came from the another body is forgetting his past life's activities? Is forgetting about all the past activities. How is it possible? See, when a living man moves from one place to another, he is conscious. He changed the position. Then how is it like we are forgetting? Jiva Tattva. He's asking a question. Next question he asks. Very important question. Bhagavan Eka Yevaisha Sarva Kshetresha Vastitaha Amushya Durbhagavatam Va Klesho Va Dharmadi Kutaha. See, this everyone must have experienced. God sitting in me as Paramatma, how did he allow me to do that blunder? Yeah, everyone asks, right? Hare Krishna, Hriday mein Paramatma jaisa baita hai, kaise allow kiya? I got a crazy idea, but why did he allow him? Why did he allow me? What he should do? He should like just tie you and keep it somewhere or what? Just सब कुछ भगवान क्यों allow किया है? Why did he allow in first place? Okay, what I am doing is wrong. Why did Krishna allow it? That's what he's saying. Why are the living entities subject to so many miseries and misfortune in spite of the Lord's presence in their heart as super soul? If Krishna is sitting in my heart as Paramatma, how can like my life get cheated like this? How my life will be miserable like this? There is an analogy. A king is sitting there, citizens are suffering. How is the king allowing there? Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport. A citizen of the state may be in Maidar is in want of sufficient supervision by state authority. How can be it possible when the chief of the state is personally present? Next. Etasmin me manovidvan kidhyate jnana sankate tanna pranudhavibho kashmalam manasham mahat. I'm not able to understand this, Maitreya. Even Arjuna gets into same confusion. Shistasteham swadimam tvam prapannam. I'm not able to understand this. Please help me, Krishna. Then Krishna starts speaking philosophy. Until unless he surrenders. Shishasteham swadimam tvam prapannam. See, Bhagavad Gita book is 300 rupees in India. Okay? It's available everywhere. It's available online also. And Krishna says it's the secret of all secrets. It's publicly selling everywhere. We can read it in Bhagavad Gita. You can read it in Veda base. You can read it online. Krishna says it's the secret of all secrets. Why? You might have a book. Means it's like Wi-Fi, but you don't have a password. Only Guru's blessings are password. Only, please remember this. You can understand the philosophy only with the blessings of Guru. Okay? So sometimes people fanatically say like, why Guru? Myself, Krishna. Krishna, myself. Krishna, myself. See, Guru is not the one who comes in between Krishna and the devotee. Guru is the one through whom you should see the Lord. It's like a lens. Krishna is somewhere. Guru is like a lens. He crystal clearly makes us Krishna available to our radar. That's what Guru is. Next, I am confused. Please help me come out of this confusion. Next, Sukauvacha. Saittam chodita kshatra tattva jignasunā munihi pratyaha bhagavachittaha samayan iva katasmayaha. So, Maitreya got struck. How beautiful questions these are. How beautiful, like, the analogy he kept in front of me. Because, see, one time Hanuman went to Mother Sita to find out her whereabouts in Lanka. Hanuman goes to Ashoka Vatika where Mother Sita is staying. Then Mother Sita gets a doubt like, is it really a person from Ayodhya, Rama Bantu, or is Ravana in a disguise of a monkey? He wanted to test him. Then Mother Sita asked him to recite Rama Katha. Hanuman will be like jumping in ecstasy. What is more pleasing to Hanuman than explaining the glories of Ram? What will be the feeling of Hanuman? Hare, what is my life and soul? Who is my Guru? Who is my life? Who is my shelter? Under whose lotus feet I took the shelter and I surrendered. About my Lord Ram, he's asking to explain the glories. How happy the Hanuman is. The same expression Maitreya did. Oh my God. Krishna ke बारे में पूछने के लिए पूछ रहा है मुझे. Next, now Maitreya starts speaking. Now the answer starts. These are only questions. Okay. Because if you don't know the question, you don't know the answers, right? So these are the questions. Now Maitreya speaks. You see, first of all, before this, the last class and before last class, you might have heard about Ashtanga Yoga. Did Ashtanga Yoga is really meant for devotees? If it's not for the devotees, why did Sukadeva Goswami explain about Ashtanga Yoga? See, there is one thing called duality. See, I have a diamond ring. I'm keeping it on that some table. It won't much look beautiful. I kept it on a nice velvet cloth, blue color velvet cloth. How beautiful it looks like. What does it mean? See, ultimately we should listen about Harikatha. Then why are we discussing about all the material manifestations, universal forms, material energy? Because this is the background where you'll understand the greatness of Lord and starts appreciating the Lord going forward when you reach to the pure epitome of listening to Harikatha. I'll say, it's okay, normally. Hota hai. So it gives the background on how, great the Lord is. You know what the material man, what is the Vishwarupa is, you know? What is the Vishwarupa? See, Sri Mahavishnu, who is none other than Karanodakshaya Vishnu, from his skin pores, unlimited material universes manifest. If you see all the material universes, let's take a drone on the top of it, and if you see all the material universes, you will see the form of Karanodakshaya Vishnu. And in each and every material universe, you will find Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. That Garbhodakshaya Vishnu will be having a material, like universal form, where he says, my hands are the mountains, my bones are mountains, my thighs are like rivers, my feet is like some kind of like trees. He explains. That's again a Vishwarupa. Then another kind of Vishwarupa is which Krishna showed to Arjuna. Like the huge, all the Devi Devatas, everyone in his own body. Overall, everything is Krishna, is his material energy in a form of Vishwarupa. If you take a chili, it is so hot because it has Paramatma in it. That's why it is having the nature of creating that burning sensation or the hot. If you take a sugar, it's sweet because it has Paramatma. So, Sri Mahavishnu is the soul of the universe. Soul of the innumerable material universes. And in each universe, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is the soul of that particular universe. In that particular universe, first is Karanodakshaya Vishnu. Karanodakshaya Vishnu is the soul of innumerable material universes. Under that, in each universe, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is the soul of that particular universe. Under that, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is the soul of each body, Paramatma. So, without soul, neither a man can live, nor the material energy will be there, nor the universes will be there. He is the soul of the universes. Okay, so now Maitreya starts answering. Shriyam Bhagavata Maya Yennayena Virudhyate Ishvarasya Vimuktasya Karpanyam Uta Bhandhanam. See, all this, what you are thinking is Maya. When Vyasadeva started doing he sat on the meditation on Krishna, he saw Krishna. But he saw someone else also along with Krishna. You know, whom did Vyasa see along with Krishna in his meditation? Shadow, Maya, which is back to Krishna. There will be a Maya, illusory energy, which will be on the backside of Krishna. So, when Krishna will go out of our lives, Maya will play football, create havoc. Remember, Maya will be just back to the Krishna. He's protecting us. So even once a person starts doing a devotional service, all his karmic activities comes to a standstill, like a big river flowing across. There will be a sudden dam which stops all the river. That's so Krishna first stops all the karmic activity, like bad karma, everything, all the karmas. Then slowly, based on his intensity, slowly, in an installments, he'll give all his karma. He'll reduces all the karma. Like Srimad Bhagavatam says, if you have a ocean full of karma, it will be reduced to a size of a calf's hoof print, like this much size. And then that size reduced karma also he gives on installments. How glorious the devotional service is. He is reduced karma also he is going on doing on giving on installments. Then is it really working? It's really working. Only thing is you don't do fresh karma. All the previous karma will be taken care. Don't do any fresh karma. Fresh karma is work. I'm not asking you to stop the work. I'm asking you to stop the vikarma, work which is not prescribed as per scriptures. Krishna never asked to stop karma or never asked to stop doing the work. We should do the work. But what we stop thinking about the results of that work. Okay. So now Maitreya says like, see, Maya is backside to Krishna. How can it crosses Krishna? It never. Similarly, Krishna will not be illusioned by this energy. Krishna is never illusioned by this material Maitreya is. some foolish people says Daridra Narayana. Where come Daridra Narayana came? Sahasra Koti Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Brahma is saying like the Lord Narayana is always being worshipped with thousands of goddesses Lakshmi, and people like foolishly says like Daridra Narayana. Kṛṣhṇa become poor. Wait, come there getting all the philosophy. Who authorized it? Maitreya says, I'm not saying it. I highlighted it. In order to support your theory that Narayana, the Lord himself became a Daridra Narayana, a poor man, their purpose, the material energy overcomes the Supreme Lord. That's not true. Lord is, some people say, someone did tapasya, they become God. Our Lord is not that kind of person who did tapasya and became Lord. If that's the case, how can he kill a big demon like Putana in the second day after his birth? How can he lift the huge 12 miles Govardhana mountain on the age of 7 with the left hand, small finger? So Krishna is that kind, not that kind of Lord where he did some tapasya became Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.28, Sutta Goswami says, Eke chamsa khala pumsham Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. He's not a manifested God, or he's not a what you call prepared God. He's the God himself. He's Swayam Bhagavan. From him, even all the other incarnations came. So he says, not next. He gives more beautiful answers. See, now very important answer. When Lord is staying in my heart, why am I undergoing miseries? Everyone has this question, right? Lord is there. Lord is there. Still, my life is like that. Yadartena vinamshya pumshayatma viparjayaha pratiyata upadrushtaha swashiras chedhanu dikaha. See, a person got a dream that his head is cut off in a dream. His head is chopped off in a dream. Hare, if your head is chopped off in a dream, how can you see that your head is cut? If a head is cut, you should not be able to see the dream itself, right? You should not have seen that vision itself, right? Maitreya explains with this. See, the living entity is in distress regarding himself. It's like a man who dreams that he sees his head cut off. Because it's a false illusion that you are undergoing. It's not like it's a false illusion. This why we are undergoing all the troubles is, see, even Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 5th chapter, 32nd sloka, Narada explains to Vyasa. In order to get rid of all the material miseries, just sit and listen to Harikatha. Because when you are more and more knowing the glories of Lord, automatically your material miseries will be becoming weak. The grip which material energy have towards you will be automatically getting reduced. So it's illusory energy with which you are bewildered. It's Maya. You think yourself as in distressed. You are not actually in distress. I'll tell you an example. You know Vritrasura pastime? Okay, I'll tell you shortly. Vritrasura is a big demon. He conquered all the planets or kingdom of the god. Gods, even Indra will not be able to fight with Vritrasura. They go to Sri Mahavishnu. When they go to Sri Mahavishnu, he says like, go to Dadichamuni. Get his spine, backbone. And with that backbone, prepare a Vajrayuda. With that Vajrayuda, you can kill Vritrasura. All the Devi and Devatas goes to Dadichamuni. Not for asking some prasadam or blessings, to ask his backbone. Then Dadi Chamani first do some humorous like, why should I give and all. Then, okay, what you want? What you want? Backbone. Okay, come take. 1 minute. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Backbone is already taken. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know. Because he did not identify himself with the body. If you take a dry coconut, if you shake like this, the dry coconut will give you a sound. If you take a fresh coconut, it won't give you a sound because it's so attached with the body. So attached. The soul is so attached with the body. The soul is thinking, I am the body, I am the body. But if you take a dry coconut, if you just shake like this, get a sound, because that coconut will be separated from that outside layer. That's why you should get separated outside from the body, at least internally, at least while doing bhakti. Gauranga Darshan Prabhu says, when you are chanting, you expect Krishna to listen your chanting, but you yourself won't listen. So you are identifying with the body. Similar. So now Indra made the Vajrayuda and he cut off the hands of Vritrasura. The beauty of Vritrasura is he's a devotee demon. He's a great devotee. Tiriketu Maharaj in the previous life. He got cursed by Mother Parvati. Okay, that's a big story. So now both hands are cut off. He holds Indra with the mouth and swallows him. But Indra will not die. Why? He has Narayana Kavacha. So he won't die. So he goes inside the body of Vritrasura and started, cutting from stomach and comes out of that stomach and starts, cutting the head of Vritrasura. It takes 1 year for Indra to cut the head of Vritrasura. Vritrasura did not undergo pain. She'll be in deep trance on his Lord Sankarsana. Who is Sankarsana? Balaram. He's a devotee of Balaram. So he'll be in deep trance on Balaram, Sankarsana. And then it takes 1 year to cut off the head of Vritrasura. That is how we should get separated. How we can get separated from the body? By connecting to the Lord. It might be through Srimad Bhagavatam, through chanting, or some other means, through service, through connecting through the Lord. You can disconnect from the illusory energy which makes you bewildered that I am undergoing trouble, I am undergoing trouble. See, I'll tell you, have you ever seen the river? River have a waves? River have a waves, right? That, what you call, the waves or the tides, whatever it may be. Can we ever stop that for a river? No. Similarly, the difficulties are material miseries are. Can you stop material miseries? No. Then how can you stop? But still, scripture says you can stop it. How? If that river goes and merges in the ocean, there is no question of tides itself. There is no question of that vibes itself. And then where is the question of separate? If there is no vibes, then similarly in this analogy, no difficulties. So the river went and mixed in the ocean. Where should I go and mix? Where should I go and mix? I should go and immerse myself in the instruction of the spiritual master. What you are doing? You are just following the instruction of spiritual master. If I am just following the order given by my spiritual master, I merged in him. There is no material miseries. That's how the solution gives Vidhura. And he gives another analogy. See, a moon seems to be shaken on the river. It's not like moon which is shaking. It is a river which is shaking. Moon is stable. That's how super soul never shakes. Even the soul, which is also Sanatana, will never shake. It's the material miseries due to which you are thinking yourself as shaking. So and he concludes with this important sloka. Simple. Very important. Ashesha sanklesha samam vidatte gunanubhada shravanam murareha kimva punastat charanaravinda paraga seva ratiratmalobdha. To come out of all these material miseries, the best ever method is simply chant and hear the glories of Lord Sri Krishna. Simply by chanting and hearing of the transcendental name, fame, glories of the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one can achieve the cessation of unlimited miserable condition. For all the questions, this is the solution which is given by Maitreya Muni. Now, if just listening about Krishna is giving us that much glory, it is reducing all by material miseries. What if I am serving Krishna with that mood? You can't even imagine. So therefore, what to speak of those who have attained attraction for serving the flavor of the dust of the lotus feet? Just by listening about the glories of Krishna, just by listening about Krishna, all your material miseries are lost. What about with that mood if you are serving Krishna? You can't imagine. You can't imagine the way Krishna reciprocates to that person. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Ye tamam prapadyante tam tataiva bhajamyaham. Mother Yashoda doesn't have any other world other than Krishna. Krishna will never make Mother Yashoda have another world other than Krishna. Because all the Vrajavasis, they don't believe that Krishna is Lord. Krishna will never give them knowledge like he is God. Because ye yatamam prapadyante. They are thinking that Krishna is his friend. Tam tataiva bhajamyaham is available himself in the form of their friend. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Any questions? Please ask. Any questions?
Hare
Please.
Krishna, thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, my question is, so we are following we're part of the Rama, Madhva,
Yes.
Gaudiya Sampradaya.
Yeah.
And of course, there are also three other autonomous
Yeah.
Sampradayas. You mentioned that
Yeah.
Maitreya, he's part of the Kumar Sampradaya.
Yeah, he got his knowledge from Brahaspati and Parsara.
And of course, all these Sampradayas are all authoritative.
Yes, all authoritative.
They're devotees of Krishna or Vishnu, but
Yeah.
the difference with our Sampradaya, of course, is that we worship Krishna in this specific mood, which is pastimes in Vrindavan and yeah. And of course, the other Sampradaya is still worshiping Krishna, but in a different mood.
Yeah.
Reverence and yeah. My question is, so how did then Maitreya Muni was able to share this knowledge of Krishna in this particular mood, which we worship him in Gaudiya Madhva Sampradaya?
Wonderful question. Yeah. Because who gave this knowledge? Where did Vyasa give this knowledge? From whom the Srimad Bhagavatam came out? Vyasa. But how did Vyasa know?
Because
See, Srimad Bhagavatam is given by Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is given by Krishna. To whom he gave? Brahma. In 4 slokas he explains Srimad Bhagavatam. Brahma explains that 4 slokas to Narada, his son Narada. Narada explains these 4 slokas to Vyasa. And in this lineage, Krishna himself came as Vyasa in between. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya, Vyasa Rupaya Vishnaya. So he is the incarnation of Godhead, Shaktya Vesha Avtara. And he himself gave that knowledge to Sukadeva Goswami, and Sukadeva Goswami gave that knowledge to Parikshit Maharaj. During that course, Sutta Goswami heard it, and then So that's why even when Maitreya Muni was hearing it, Srimad Bhagavatam, he got a context to glorify Krishna. Why? Because if you take some pastime of Hiranyakashipu, they say like Supreme Personality Hiranyakashipu. Is he Supreme Personality? No. His servants were claiming to be Supreme Personality. That's how we get many avtaras. Even the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we get Vamana, Varaha, Mohini, Balarama, Bhrigurama, Parashurama, Sri Rama. We get many personalities. That's how there is one Charama Shloka, which everyone take as the reference. That is 1.3.28. Ete chamsa kalah pumsham Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So all the other incarnations are there. But still among those, Krishna is the source of all that incarnations. So even whichever Sampradaya they come from, they need to come to 10th canto and they need to explain the glories of Krishna. That's why if you see practically Tirumala Balaji, we say it like Sri Mahavishnu, Sriman Narayana, everything. But you know what is fed for him first in the morning? Butter. Because in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto it says Adbhutam Bhalakam. That's why it's called Balaji. is Balaji. So even Annamacharya, who is the great poet in South India, who written 32,000 Sankirtanas on Lord Balaji, who glorified Balaji mostly in the form of Krishna. So whichever sampradaya you come from, they need to glorify Krishna, because 10th canto is obviously all the glories of Krishna. They can't go and keep Narayana there. Mother Lakshmi is not allowed to enter into Vrindavan because she is in Aishwarya Bhav. But Vrindavan is in Madhurya Bhav. So whichever sampradaya, because Eje Sham Sakala Pumsham, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, whichever sampradaya people they explain it, that's the same meaning. Krishna is the source of all other incarnations. That's the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam, where whichever sampradaya they explain that Krishna, from him came Srimati Radharani and Balaram, from there Pradyumna, Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Aniruddha, from there Narayana, and second quadruple expansion of Sankarshana, like came Sri Mahavishnu or Karanodakshaya Vishnu, from him Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, from Chirodakshaya Vishnu. Whichever sampradaya explains them, the root is Krishna. They explain about Krishna. So, but based on their bhava, Aishwarya bhava, they glorify Krishna in a form of Narayana. But the source, they will remain intact, which is Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. No one can manipulate it or change it, because the complete 10th canto is filled with that. That's the base of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why you should see Srimad Bhagavatam wherever, mostly we'll see the form of like picture of Krishna. Bhagavatam is Krishna. is his subject. Why then all the other incarnations are given? Even Narada says, not Narada, Vyasa says, oh, then I can directly go to Krishna. I can directly go and enhance the pastimes of Krishna. Narada advises, Vyasa advises, don't go like that. There are many Shakti-avesha avatars, many incarnations of Krishna, Leela avataras, Guna avataras. Know about them and then go to Krishna. Then you will relish it. That is the process of going to Krishna. That's why doing Krishna Bhakti is not a common thing. There are, you know how many Vaikuntha planets are there? Innumerable. Narayana have a Vaikuntha planet. Sri Mahavishnu have a Vaikuntha planet. Vamana has a Vaikuntha planet. Mohini Murti have a Vaikuntha planet. Sri Ramachandra has a Vaikuntha planet. Varaha Murti have a Vaikuntha planet. You know how many Goloka planets are there? One. It's on the top of all these innumerable Vaikuntha planets. There is one Goloka planet, whichever sampradaya bona fide acharyas speak about, they need to agree to this fact, like Eke Cham Sakala Pumsham Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any other question, please? Anything might be not related to this, also fine. Anything about the previous slokas, first canto, second canto, third canto? Anything? Don't hesitate. Practical questions. Yeah, ask. You want to ask? Okay, don't worry. I would like just say, release this Srimad Bhagavatam, add glory to your life, because how a person gets glory? By coming closer to Krishna. See, remember one thing in life. Daily, just analyze yourself if you are going closer to Krishna or not. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. At the end, you should go closer to Krishna each and every day. Just keep one thing, just notice this one thing, observe it. Due to some reasons you are thinking like you are going away from Krishna, retune it. Day by day, bit by bit, go closer to Krishna. That's it. Because Ante Narayana Smritihi. I'll tell you with small example, glorifying His Holiness Sachinanda Maharaj. His name is, morning I was listening to him. I have his name in my phone. In Kali Yuga, remembering means noting down. His name is Tribhavanath Prabhu. He's godbrother of Sachinanda Maharaj. He went into some country which is of a different religion, carrying a set of Bhagavad Gitas, and somehow customs people caught him. And it's like many years back, might be 30 years somewhere back. That was a big problem at that time. If you carry with other religion scriptures into those countries. He was imprisoned. The cell, the prison was so small that he can stand or he can just sit. He can't sleep. Small, very small. He can stand or with much difficulty he can just compress himself and sit. He was kept like that, and there is a big light on the top of him. He was kept like that for a few days. Tribhuvannath Prabhu, now his health is not good, that also Maharaj told. After that, after few days, an officer came, took him out, made him enter the car, went to the airport, gave his ticket, dropped, came back. Then he was sharing his experience to Maharaj. He told, Prabhu, is God brother, what did you do when you were in that prison? How beautifully Maharaj explains. See, I one time read Srimad Bhagavatam. I was just recollecting all those pastimes from first canto to 12th canto. That's what I did. I don't know what happened in that few days. After that, they just brought me outside, dropped me in the airport, brought me a ticket, and left me. That's what. That's the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the glory of Harikatha. Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Yeah. Thank you. Please forgive me if I had committed any offenses. Please bless me so that I can improve my devotional service. Your blessings does matter. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.